Surfs up, my dudes. My name is Sunny, and I'm coming out. This is very hard for me to say. Extremely difficult. I don't have a problem with furries. Now, you probably heard me and countless other YouTubers say this one phrase. I'm not a furry. Usually with a tone of disgust or defensiveness. But why is that? Let me tell you. Furries get a really bad rep due to some groups in the community. People see one or two furries who like some strange things, then write off the whole community as weird and odd. It even gets so bad that there's this whole counter movement called furry hunters. But really, furry means someone who likes the look, vibe, and aesthetic of anthropomorphic animals. I've always loved movies like the Goofy movie, Robin Hood, and Zootopia when I was a kid, because the character designs are just so fun, and the animal aspects give them this whole other unique fantasy vibe. Walt Disney, huge furry. I've always admired the amount of craftsmanship in the furry community. The fursuit makers out there are actually insane, and all power to them. And there's millions of actually peak fursonas out there. And do you know how many rocket scientists are furries? Without furries, we'd be doomed. All this to say, I wanted to get a little taste of all this, a little nibble, a little slice. Try my hand at the style and make a fursona of my own. Let's dive in. First step, or first two steps, to making a fursona, I'd say, is picking the animal and theme of your sona. Getting all your brain mush on the page without an actual plan is damn near impossible, so trust me, you'll need a theme. I use Milanote to organize my ideas. I'm not sponsored or anything. My life has just become so much easier since finding this tool. I love you, Pinterest, but your AI slop is scaring me. I have a new buddy now. After digging through my brain to find a theme, an animal, and the bottomless pit that is my interests, I landed on something. Twee monkey. My favorite animals ever are monkeys. Look at them! Oh my god, they're so cute! I started with studying some real golden lion tamarins, since they're my favorite. Look at that mane. We are twins. He is me, and I am him. I had a blast drawing these little creatures. Then moving on to just studying some low-key nightmare fuel stylized monkeys. Look at that face. No good thoughts in that brain. But I'll spare you the genuine hours of studying these little goobers and cut right to the chase. I knew from the start I wanted to put some trinkets and accessories on that tail. So much free real estate on there. I stylized the big mane on the tamarin into something resembling my Sona's hair, then turned my iconic, I'd say, fishbone earrings into a hair clip. I added a ton of hair clips and trinkets into the hair actually. It's giving washed up on the shore, but I like it. It adds character. Saying twee here is a stretch, and I know it. This is basically just my personal style IRL. And the trendy microtrend buzzwords I'd staple on here is nostalgic and whimsical seashore core. After falling in love with the twee aesthetic, I realized it was all about nostalgia. So instead of just using the normal, albeit really cute, twee motifs like ladybugs, piano keys, and apples and spirals, I'd like to add my own nostalgia in there. Fish, crabs, mismatched outfits, pretty rock, and the wildlife that mesmerized me as a little kid. I remember as a kid in the early 2010s the smell of sea salt and the cold, crisp air. My grandpa was a fisherman, and I'd get on the boat in my hot pink jacket and just get blasted by cold wind right in the face. But it was worth it just to look at those shiny scales and glimmering sea. If you know anything about me, you know how much nostalgia means to me. Take a shot every time I say, "Remember when?" in a conversation. Personal rambles out of the way, for the outfit I wanted something layered but breathable, adding patterns and different colors, and of course, even more accessories and patches and stuff. Just loading this guy up with tiny details, scaring away the already slim chance of fan art. His nails are painted with a sickeningly sweet green color. and his entire design is just a personal attack on me. Here he is! His name is Bait, and he means the world to me. Bait spends all his time hanging out on his docked boat while he waits for his boat license to come through the mail. He also loves collecting trash and making something new out of it. The cabin is just filled with handmade, upcycled collages, garlands, crafts, and decorations. The fridge is always stocked with fresh fruit, nut butter, and salmon. He is basically the embodiment of free time and wonder, which is something I'm trying to embody more myself. Way too much of my free time gets spent doom scrolling and consuming media. I want to get better at spending my time creating and cherishing what I already have, instead of chasing dopamine with a metal rectangle. I hope this video inspired you to create something yourself. A few minutes spent doodling, imagining, scribbling, stitching, gluing, creating will do wonders for the overall feeling of your day. In this world where suddenly AI and addicting algorithms are taking over our day-to-day lives, taking a moment to slow down and make something is so important. Even if you don't like the product, give up halfway, it's low effort, it's messily done, it falls apart at the end, it's time well spent in my book. Take care of yourself and slow down. You especially don't have to worry about me because I'm not even bleeding. Wait.